E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to what will be our second best of 3 of tonight. It is, of course, the Shanghai European Qualifier, looking to try and find one more team to get over to that Chinese event and face off against 2 teams that are already there. We know the Tai Lu are going to be going, and we also know the Gambit, the major winners, minus Zeus, are going to be there as well. So, looking at Pride versus Alternate Attacks, a matchup which, I'll be honest, I'm probably going to be favouring Pride, but that's because I really haven't seen too much of Alternate Attacks whatsoever. It's been a while. I still remember the days of Kevin. I definitely haven't seen Hunden in this roster just yet, so we'll see how much of an impact he's going to be able to have today. But the main problem I have is just the way that the map pool has gone. You look at Train, you look at Mirage, and then finally going on to Inferno, and the first 2 maps are 2 of the best maps for Pride. They're 2 maps that they absolutely love to play. And really, I would probably favour them on both. So, okay, if Alternate Attacks can get it to Inferno, then sure, we have sort of a much more interesting battle, and it could be pretty close. But up until that point, I'm just going to be favouring Pride all the way, and they should be getting through this matchup. Either way, we are going to have the aggression from both teams actually coming out towards this B side of the map. Nice start from Tom. Only going to be getting 1, but it's lucky that Luz is there to support him. Actually going to go back for more. Maybe a little bit too aggressive from the CT player. They have the man advantage. They don't need to re-peek. And he also has himself Reets to support. Going to be just patient play now from the CT side. As said, they can just play off this advantage. Still quite a decent amount of utility for the T side to play with, so it isn't the end of the world. Going to be coming back in, spotted out. Luz is going to see 1, 2, and all 3 players. Takes a 1-for-1 trade. That's absolutely fine. Reets will do the same, although he hasn't actually gone down yet. So it's not 1-for-1, it's just 1. Stefan going to be the only one try and fight this back. Does manage to get a first. He has to watch out for the player pushing him from behind, who is going to be Maniz. Can he do anything here? Maniz actually going to be missing the shots, but will just look to fade back and allow it to be the battle between Reets on the side, then even goes pushing further forward. Both players still missing the shots, and this has turned into quite an awkward battle, but actually the German has brought it back into the 1 versus 1. Reets now going to have to go rotating, although I don't actually know where his opponent is. Looking to try and get that plant down. Will cross over. Brings it again. Back to the point where he can go for this plant. Just going to fake it out. Push is going to be coming in from Reets. On. Oh, this should be it. Should be easy. But a bomb plant nonetheless. That's something for Alternate Attacks to play with. And it is going to be 1-0 for the CT side. But considering the situation he was in, a 1v3, that's not a bad round at all from him. And in terms of talking to Stream Bonus, I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea who you contact for that. I don't know, maybe at Hellcase on Twitter or something like that? Because I think it's their program, but I'm not sure. Either way, though, it does mean that a bit of an earlier buy will be available for the T side in the next round, so aTTaX aren't going to be in too much trouble. That's the point, at least. Ideal situation here is they managed to get another bomb plant over towards that B side of the map. And considering how passive Reitz is, that's actually somewhat possible. Maniz is here as well, so they do have at least a 2-pronged defense, which is a little bit more than normal. Reitz is going to spot out the first. Nice shot from Tizian, though, who's managed to retrieve that deagle off of his dead teammate. And that is going to be a second bomb plant. There's nothing that Maniz can do in this situation. They really don't want to be losing any more players than they already have. One is enough. Let's see. Here comes the SMG from behind. Morels should put this to bed. We didn't really expect much more, but there we go. CT side cleanup. Double bomb plant, though, is perfectly reasonable for this alternate attack side. They will, of course, get the defusal. Just waiting to see if they can retrieve any extra utility, some pistols, a weapon or two. It's going to be 2-0. But here comes an early buy. Not going to have an AWP unless they actually go for it without any Kevlar. And actually, Searson's going to do that. $50 short, so a little bit unfortunate there. But he will have some nades to play with. CT side, in comparison, their buy isn't that good at all. Morels is going to be left onto the MP9. Now, both teams actually with almost full utility, so it's not even like the T side have taken a hit there. The only hit that they've really taken is the fact that Searson is on a glass cannon AWP. Also going to have a little bit of aggression from Tizian. Gonna fall back. Not look to retake that angle. Ekfin waiting patiently. Couple of players over towards Ivy as well, which Luz may find out pretty soon, especially with the bullets just raining past him. Actually gonna be Searson to start things off. He catches the aggression of Morales. First kill the way of the T side. They can look to just keep on their slow pace. Of course, Hunden now at the helm of this team, leading the charge, and that should give them a much more tactical basis behind this team. Nice entry as well. There you go. Another from Hunden. Finds the next kill onto Ivy and leaves it down to just 3 players trying to defend this. Rotation will be coming in from Reitz at least. Again, it's just patience. T-side are expecting more aggression. Maniz, I have to do something pretty impressive here. Flashbang going to go in. He's going to have to look spray wildly. He does get the first, and he's so close to getting the second. That could have been the turnaround. Instead, his teammate now goes down without any support, and Reitz is left into a 1 versus 4. The likelihood is here he just had to save his weapon. A couple of his teammates will be able to rebuy in the next round, and if he can drop a weapon as well, that would be something. Instead, it looks like he's somewhat challenging this. I think he may have lost the plot. I don't know why you'd try and fight in a 4 versus 1. Instead, they now know roughly where he is. They're going to go hunting for this weapon, pushing from Stefan into the connector. Rotation already coming into the upper spot as well from Ekfan, and he's just going to have to be very lucky to actually hold on to this weapon. He will hear his opponent drop. May actually be able to just sneak his way through. Gets the first shot, and now is there going to be a trade? That's the question. Hunden well positioned. And alternate will remove that weapon from their opponent. So 2-1. Money now. It's going to be a bit of a problem. Morales could pick up an AWP. More interested to see how they're going to actually adapt in this round. What are the CTs going to do? Is it going to be hyper aggressive? Are they going to try and just push the AWP into different positions? Will it be the CZs just taking closer range battles? Well, it should be. Like, how aggressive are they going to go? Maniz going to get up right close. She gets flashed fairly early. Has to be careful here because there's multiple players just waiting around the corner. Spray comes in. Maniz is going to peek out, and it is going to be a double tag team of Luz and Maniz to get the first couple of kills and even use the smoke to try and retrieve themselves a weapon, but Searson hits the timing shot. Maniz, he thought he was ready to pick up that gun. Instead, he gets traded back, and it's left into a 4 versus 3. Still an advantage in terms of personnel for this CT side. The weaponry still sits with the Ts. Slowly but surely. Gonna make their way back towards this B site. Reeks in a close range angle, which for the CZ won't be too much of a problem. And they haven't even spotted the fact that there is an AWP in play at the moment. Reeks. Going past him. Here comes the jump in. Searson has been spotted, so he's going to pre-fire the angle. Ekban quick to trade, but it's still going to leave the man advantage at the moment with this CT side. And you have to remember, the players with rifles are still alive at the moment, so it's not a bad situation for them at all. However, they may have over-rotated here. 30 seconds left on the clock. Bomb doesn't even seem sure where it's going. They're going to duck back into Pop Dog. Bomb. Be waiting on the site. Molotov going to leave a little bit exploited from the connector. Here goes the peek out. What can Tom do? A little bit of extra damage. Catches one, and it's only going to be Tizian left. He's got to try and clutch this versus 3 players. Does manage the first, but there comes that AWP. It's only spotted right at the end of the round, but that early aggression from the CT side is going to do enough. 3-1. Pride break back. Looking for extra weapons. They don't have a kit, so don't want to wait too long to defuse this bomb. T's with the extra 800 plus the 1400 should still have enough to at least buy AKs. Double orb setup even going to be saved for the CT side, which will be a nice boost to their economy. And now we get to see whether or not the T's are going to be able to return early in this game, or if we're going to have to wait. Here we go, though. This is the sort of sketchy buy we were looking at. Hunden is going to drop down to a Tech 9 so that he can get himself some utility. And they're not doing too bad in terms of utility. That's where they've actually done all right. It's more on the weaponry front. 3 AKs, a Tech 9, a UMP. Whereas on the other side, well, pretty much flawless. A couple of kits missing and a little bit of utility on Luz. Other than that, doing pretty well. Can this be the start that Pride want? Because a breakback here would be just as damaging to them as it would the T side. Both teams with very little money left into the bank. Smoke. Going down. Reet's going to be sat in the corner. Waiting patiently. Got support from the AWP holding upper as well. So he just has to home in on this one position. Molotov will buy them a little bit of extra time, although the CT side haven't rotated any players over just yet. They are just sitting back patiently, and now the deeper smokes are going to come in. Hunden is looking to lead the charge. The upper position being watched, but actually no shots taken just yet by Meniz. He does hit a first eventually, but now he has to try and do a little bit more. Pop flash comes in. He's been overwhelmed by Hunden, who's managed to retrieve an AWP, and this isn't looking good now. Finally, Morels will return, but it's still a man advantage, and the duck comes in. He may even burn alive. This is a really poor showing, a poor round coming out at the moment from Pride. What can they do? Luz looking to peek back in, but he does nothing. And now Morels is left to just try and save this AWP and have it for one more round again. But a nice round from aTTaX. The smoke going out and the quick entries that they managed to achieve. I do feel a little bit sorry, though, for the man on site, because he just gets overwhelmed by the fact that Meniz didn't seem to be watching either. It was like he was either switching between the two or just missed the initial shot. And because of that, he had to try and watch both positions at once. Either way, aTTaX quickly back on the board. They don't have the problems with their money that could have been the case. But the CT side is still going to buy. Okay, so it looks like Tom may have accidentally clicked his kill key. Oh, I don't know what has just happened there. That's a bit of a mistake. Yeah, I agree. Crazy Tom. Either way, we are going to be getting back into the round. It's going to be the AWP and some pistols. He's actually saved a little bit of extra cash. Yeah, looking like he wants to make sure he has an AWP when they do finally get themselves a buy once again. It's going to be aggressive from Luz. Try and take control of that pop position. And it's going to be an upper B push from the AWP, but not the best position now that the Molotov's gone in. He's going to have to peek wide into an angle that's already being held. Though actually, Ekfam falls back. That gives him a chance. Luz just going to be waiting, and the aggression from Maniz as well. But it seems like the T side are playing this quite smart. They're being patient. They're watching to see where the aggression comes in, and because of that, they've managed to sneak their way through Ivy, making just a slight adjustment to their play, but it's completely open. There's nobody even looking in that direction at the moment, and there should be a chance. But there we go, Hunden. Again, it's going to be him getting the entry kill for his team. Smoke going to go down for the flank so that they can just look to try and push in. Luz will at least end one. But then Tom also gets denied. So the problem with their positions now is because there's no control over Ivy, they really don't have much positional play whatsoever. What can they do? As said, Luz still has his AK, peeks out, looks for Hunden, but doesn't manage to connect. Maniz will with the CZ, bringing things back into a 3 versus 3. Actually trying to get up above. Another one for Maniz. It's a big round from him. However, it's still into a 2 versus 2. T-side definitely not losing this round just yet. Smoke. The bomb. Or else it's just going to be above and manages to get the kill. Now it is just all onto Searson, who's been spotted as well. And Pride, even with the weak buy, managed to steal one back once again. I'm wondering who it is going to be to actually confirm these sort of rounds, or if it is just going to be a backwards and forwards sort of affair. Go though. Morel's aggressive push this time does get him a first kill, and he's actually able to fade away. Just going to smoke off that upper position, dropping down and re-positioning with that AWP. T-side themselves, though, are just going to fall back. They want to try and take this fight versus an AWP. So there is a second one in the hands of Maniz, and he's actually gone aggressive over towards Ivy. So he's able to cut out a lot of the position that the T's could have taken. Luz. Gonna go a little bit more aggressive. Actually gonna throw the nade through. Is this gonna do much damage? Yeah, it is. Hunden just gonna be sat there thinking, how am I getting damage from here? Pete gonna be going round towards that A main spot. If they sneak anywhere near Ivy, they are going to be going down, and Maniz is not going to miss that shot. Simple stuff, and that's actually dropped the bomb into the open as well. He's actually looking to try and go aggressive here as they look to try and retrieve that bomb, but it's going to be dropped again. Every time they get it, and more time is bought. Only 25 seconds left on the clock for the retrieval to come in. And Tom223 is going to finish off another player, leaving it on to just Tizian. He's got that AWP. This is a full investment from the T side. They really need this round, and he's trying desperately to get rid of Maniz. Misses the shot. Actually gets tagged in the meantime as well. And with only 8 seconds left, it may actually be better for him to die. Because if they take him down after the round, he's going to get absolutely no loss bonus. By the looks of things, they're trying to wait not to kill him and get him after the time, which is exactly what's going to happen. One player will be lost for the CT side. But look at Tizian now. Only $300. Even if they save into the next round, he's only going to have either a pistol or a UMP. And that's just a nasty hit. And it was very smart from Pride to just make sure they killed him after the round. They actually lost a player because they were doing that, but the value of it could actually be worth quite a bit more. B-side, a single flashbang. Molotov actually going to be dropped through the window. And that's actually quite smart on another level, because that gives Morels actually more time to get this upper B push with the AWP. I like it. I think more teams could actually utilize that. There's going to be a lot of players pushing his way, though, and he's playing such a passive angle that this could be a problem. They're looking to try and jump over. Now, he doesn't have much to play with at all. In fact, that's an AWP into the hands of this T side. aTTaX going to be the one holding it. But they have a chance to do some real damage here. Luz looking to push him from behind, but he doesn't need to take the fight. Just try to pincer them in. Hold them into this position. Make sure they can't get anywhere. But they're all going to peek him at once, giving him way too many targets to try and take. And there goes aTTaX. Manages to pick one up with that AWP. This is getting a little bit worrying now for the CT side. They've already lost 2 players to what was a minimal investment. Finally, that AWP is going to go down. And Luz is still trying to just hold them from rotating in. There's no weapons left for this T side to deal with. Bot will come in, trying to bait out a few more bullets so that he may run out once they push in, and that's exactly what happens. The bullets become minimal. Already a decent round from the T side. It's not going to be a bomb plant, but they do remove 3 players from Pride. Make things quite costly. Now they're going to look to buy back themselves. Of course, we already know Tizian's going to be struggling with his economy, but the rest of the team should be looking pretty good. Spotted on the edge of the smoke. Spray going to be going through. Doesn't actually do too much damage, and Reed's going to look to go further aggressive, and he will take that first fight. The aggression paying off for the CT individual. Still trying to trade that frag back. Luz is going to be sat in the corner. Different player to who we saw initially. And Tizian's going to rip his head clean off. Nice kill from him. Searson will find another and leave it into a 4 versus 3 in favor of the T side. 100 now looking to sneak through, but he has made a noise. Tom should know he's here, but it doesn't matter. They still managed to win the duel. Somehow, the CT side just seem to be losing this round. Jump in. That will net Morels a kill, but it's a quick trade from Hunden. Now it's all left on to Reeds. Hunden is low. The rest of the team are pretty damn healthy. He's left completely blind. May not be checked. He actually turns around. Hunter's right behind him, but Searson will be the one to close the round. 6-3. CT side once again. You just look how much damage has been done in these pistol rounds. And you realize why they have next to no cash. A couple of players with a bit extra. I'm going to risk it once again. Now, they've managed to win 2 rounds based off these sort of pistol buys. Of course, you have to hope eventually the Pride will be able to win one of their own. It would be quite worrying if we just see these rounds continue to work for the CT side. He's looking to go aggressive. Hunden up close, and Maniz is going to start things off well once again. Retrieves an AK for himself. Smoke going to go down, and he just waits. Smart decision. Not going to let his opponent have the chance to hit that AWP shot. Already, once again, it looks to continue as we saw before. And the fact is, now they've managed to retrieve an AK. Their buy doesn't actually look that bad. Tizian, once again, going to be clearing the same angle. Has been played multiple times from the CTs, but this time they're much more passive towards the site. Morels watching that upper spot with the Deeg in hand. Only giving himself a pixel to hit, but still possible that he will hit it. Rotation is going to be going over towards that B side of the map. And just try to sort of jiggle peek the angles. Hope that he's able to trade things back as he did in the previous round. It's looking like it's going to be a B hit, though. Reeds currently 7 and 6 on the board. We'll see if he can continue to pad those stats, but it is going to be Stefan leading the charge. 3 players now here on the B side. Rotation yet to come in. They've all been spotted, so the CT side know that this is going to be coming in this direction. And there we go, Reeds. He finds one. It's going to be another for Tom. Looking very good in this situation and leaving it all onto Searson. He's only got the AWP. He's got 15 seconds to deal with, and it's going to be 7-3. That's 3 rounds now that Pride have managed to win based off of mostly pistols and alternate attacks. Because of that, are yet to win more than 1 round in a row. That's how much damage they've been doing in all of these rounds. They've been getting consistent bomb plants, and it's looked very good for them in terms of these sort of earlier rounds. Then when it comes to buy v buy, they seem to win. The problem is, it's just not been working out for them when they play against these pistols, and the aggression from Pride comes in. Now it's pistols for the T side. We'll see if they can replicate this by the looks of things. The answer is no, as Tizian, the only man he's able to kill is actually his teammate. And it will be a completely flawless round from the CT side. Barely using any utility as well, so the extra money spent, well, the maximum you can see is only going to be about 1,000. Even still, even with saving around, the T side aren't going to be doing too well in terms of economy. Of course, this is the map pick of Pride. They are going to be pretty happy going on to that second map of Mirage as well. House. A bit further aggressive, but it's actually Tizian to find the first kill. No trade in sight either for the CT side. Nade's going to be raining over. They're going to look to try and capitalize on this man advantage. The rotation will come back in. Manise now here with the AWP, but already Luz is going to get overwhelmed. Push could be coming through. Tom from above does manage to get one, but he has to be careful as there's now a man up close with the MP7, and it seems like this buy is working much, much better for the T side. Only Manise and Reetz is going to be available to try and stop them. Push out. Reetz does manage one. He's pretty low on HP, so has to be careful. He's holding back at the moment. Just trying to find the pick. He doesn't have a huge amount of money, so may just have the save on the cards. He's hoping that his teammate can find something here. Maybe force someone out of an angle. However, isn't looking likely at this point. Molotov not going to affect anybody on the T side. Peek comes out and they dual peek together. Take down all the remaining players. And it will be 8-4. Another round on the board for alternate attacks. But can they finally streak 2 together? Hey Jeffrey, how's it going? How are you today? Spots them out. Peek going to be coming in from the T side over towards the B side. Now look at this little stack of players all over towards A. And only Reetz here to try and defend the B site. His main aim is to try and slow them down as much as possible. But actually, after showing all of the players, a full rotation comes back in. And the T's are now going to try and double back towards the A site. They've completely removed what was a stack. And now the CT side look a little bit unsure as to what's going on. They didn't actually use much utility here either. And they're going on a full rotation back towards the A site. The fact is, the initial setup from the CT side would have been absolutely perfect for this sort of play. Instead, the T's have somewhat confused them. Smoke going to be going down. You can see there's still hesitant players from the CT side as to where they should be standing. With 35 seconds left on the clock, we're now going to see the T's burst straight out of this A main position. Molotovs are going to go down. 30 seconds left to make their move. Luz starts things off. Morel's up close, gets one, does some damage, but it's still going to be trades with the T's evening it up. Missed shot from Luz. Needed to connect, but will hit the second. And now Ekfan is going to be the only one left remaining. Gets blinded, but Maniz will eventually close him down. An interesting strategy, one that definitely didn't expect to see coming out. Almost works. B-sides. Problems continue. It's a one and done game. One, then done. One, then done. And while Morales has already picked up 2 with the MP9, it is somewhat of a save. London at least looking to try and get 1, and that's again an AWP going into the hands of the T side. What can he do here? And he's expecting him not to have any armor and just shoot straight through the smoke. Okay, Maniz. Or actually not going to be saved, which is going to be a problem because they can't afford to buy another one going into what will be the last round of the half. Aggressive angle from Maniz. He switched things up. Goes for the timing shot after getting blinded. He's actually going to go back for more, and that will be the death of him. He's taken down. Reed still has the upper position, which could be valuable for them in the late round scenarios. Holding the angle, and he manages to hold on to it. Peeks back out, but gets overwhelmed, and may have just been better to try and stay alive in that situation. Smoke actually not going to be helping Tom at all. It, in fact, leaves him out of the situation, but he pushes back in and turns it back into a 3 versus 3. The aggression will give them a decent amount of information towards the back of the site at least, but still need to deal with the players coming from in front of them. Stefan, he will be able to pick up that smoke and slow them down. Ekfan coming in from behind is going to be the surprise factor, though. Already getting his first. A second player just around the corner and leaving it all onto one man. Luz, with little to no hope, has to just try and almost sneak defuse this bomb, and he's got a man behind him in Searson. So finally, we see another round for this alternate attack side. But once again, it comes with in-between rounds every single time. 10-5. Still possible for alternate attacks on the CT side, but they will need to take themselves to pistol. Though. T's already just baiting things out. It is going to be a quick trade over towards the B site, and the bomb is going to be planted. And we want to watch what Luz does here, because he's going to play a big part in this round. He's the flanker for the team. Still going to be a man waiting in the form of Searson. I think he expects there to be a player behind, and because of that, Luz is now just going to go running, stepping, spots him out. I don't know if Searson just doesn't have sound on or something, but that's going to turn it back into a 3 versus 3. However, a couple of trades going either side. If they can deal with Reeds, they have a chance to just defuse the bomb. Luz has to try and fight this from behind, and he's nothing he can do here. The bomb's being defused. Alternate attacks are taking themselves this first round, and although it was a nice idea from Pride, sometimes that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't work out. They're not going to be winning the round. And it will be another on the board for this CT side. T side not going to invest too much into this round. Just going to go with a few pistols. This is the chance for alternate attacks. make themselves up a little bit of money. Of course, we can see they've already invested into 3 rifles. They know what's coming their way. The AKs into the next round. However, Reed still manages to get one with the P250, going for very long-range battles. Not really what the pistols are known for. Rifle not even going to be retrieved, so that's something lost already. And now come the rifles of the Ts. Can Pride break straight back, destroy the economy of alternate attacks, and make things very difficult for them going forward in this game? Or can alternate attacks win the next round and pretty much get themselves back into the game? One advantage that they do have is utility. We can see a lot being expended early in this round. Bomb at the bottom of the board at the moment. He's normally one of those players that it's sort of up and down. He's either at the top or he's at the bottom. I haven't seen him as a mid-table player just yet. 2-man pop dog control from the CT side. Not actually going to be spotted early, and that's going to be a double kill start from Ekfan. However, Maniz and Morels quickly turn things back to give them the advantage. It started so well. Peek out from Searson almost works. Unfortunately, almost doesn't win you anything. Tizian. Nice nade. That's actually going to deny the plant. That's a big kill. They know where he is. That was literally like a Kobe swish straight onto the bomb planter. Molotov going to go out, but he's actually switching positions. And this could give him another angle onto the bomb if he's fast enough. Unfortunately, it is going to be going down. Now, it seems that Reitz is aware of the potential of the rotation coming in. Molotov straight onto the V of Tizian, who just goes pushing through it. Leaves it into a 1v1 versus Maniz. But he has absolutely no idea where Maniz is. And his position is a little bit obscure considering the plant. Pushing back onto the middle of the site. Trying to bait out his opponent and will hit the shot in the end. Maniz, again, saving things for his team. Up the top of the board at the moment. Normally where we see him playing. And now, well, wouldn't be surprised to see the CT side actually forced. By the looks of things, they're going to drop pistols and just wait to get their fall by. He's looking for this early entry. He's going to pre-fire the spot onto Tizian, who is currently playing alone. Of course, we know that alternate attacks are just saving here. They're trying to get all their extra money for the next round. Searson has not got too much. Nice start from Ekfan, though. We'll hit that initial dig and actually pick up an AK as well. Pretty close affair at the moment, and this is Pride's chance to make some money. This is where they really should be earning cash, not losing players so early into the round. Reitz going for the pre-fire shot, trying to see if there's anybody around that pop area. As the bomb looks to rotate, but look at where the CTs currently are on the map. They've got 4 players over towards this B side, and that's where the majority of the Ts seem to be gathering up. This could be a perfect read from them. Of course, it's very easy to sort of, well, not easy, but it's easier to read the situation than read it and win. See what they can do here. Hunden already going to be spotting the toes. Actually manages to do a little bit of early damage. They've got to watch out for the players to the right. 2 players currently in that corner. However, the spray through from Reitz will finish off the second. I don't think he even knew that there was a second player there. It was just a little bit of a gamble on what looked like a nice potential round for alternate attacks. Ends up going the way of the team with the better weaponry. 12-7, but now comes the big buy. Tizian, he can invest. He could even drop a rifle if he wanted to, which is exactly what he'll do. The other way round, he'll drop the AWP over to Searson, who's actually dropped the rifle back. Now, I don't agree with that. Searson, I know that they want the extra utility, but Tizian had enough just to buy, and now Searson doesn't have any armor. This is... I'm not sure that's the right decision to make. Clearly relying heavily on all that extra utility, but we'll see if it works out for them. An important round. Still a chance to break the economy of the T side, as they didn't earn too much in the last. They have to win a round for that to take any effect. If you just keep losing, it doesn't matter how many players are lost on the other team. Eventually you're going to lose the round, or lose the game. Luz. For that early kill. Stefan is actually taking the angle, but the Molotov is going to clear him off spot. Two players actually fairly close. Mani's trying to feel out the map at the moment. Two players below him is a fairly unusual position to try and take. Reitz looking to try and catch somebody down in Pop Dog. There's nobody there at the moment, so it is completely clear for him to take. Not that he should know that. Tizian's still just watching the above portion. He's not going to go over aggressive, however. He expects there to be somebody close. Like he's got his flash ready in hand. This time they are going to pop flash down. Not going to catch the player above. Tizian throws the Molotov in and Maniz has walked straight past. Not going to spot either of them. That's going to be the entry. And now the remaining players are just a little bit slow to push. But there goes Luz. Entry from him. Another comes in from Tom as well. Hunden looking to try and turn the tide, but can't do anything just yet. And Luz still pushing aggressive. Is trying to make things even worse, and he does. Even low on HP, this guy is doing damage. Eventually, Hunden will take him down. Another comes in from Searson, so it turns into a 2 versus 2. But neither of these players have kits, so they need to move incredibly fast. Morels hears them tap the bomb and just sat right next door. Will easily gain a frag. But that Molotov onto the bomb from Reitz may just be enough to clear it. Searson is just going to throw his smoke down, and that will be simple stuff for Reitz. No worries there. Oh, accidentally picks up a FAMAS. I don't think that's what he meant to do. He was looking for the AWP. However, his opponent's not going to have very much money in the next round anyway. So he probably will just keep that. Entry will be Luz. He's been doing very well on these entries so far. Actually moved himself to the top of the board now. And love a good one tap. Smoke's going to be falling out onto the site. Need one man left and an easy cleanup. 14-7 Pride. 2 rounds away from taking this map. And this will be the final attempt from the CT side to defend that. Thrown out. T's looking like they want to end this nice and quick. Already. Entry comes in, but it is just going to be a trade. Luz looking for a little bit more. There is going to be a man on the edge of the smoke he has to worry about. Decal Morels should have himself an easy frag as well. Leaving it down to a 4 versus 3. Rotation is going to be coming in once again. Tizian looking for these dunk nades. He seems to just be practicing shooting those hoops. However, can he help his team retake here? Looking for the peak. There's a couple of players just around the corner. No real tags coming in yet, but there we go. Tizian gets one. Does he know there's a second player there? That's the big problem. He does not. So Luz, again, just going to be able to even things up. Morels has spotted out another. And Maniz is just holding, leaving it all onto one. Searson with the AWP again. Doesn't have a kit to play with. Just going to have to try and save the AWP. And it will be map point for Pride in this first map of the best of 3.
Terrorists win.
What could be the final round? Alternate aTTaX. They do have themselves a reasonable buy. It's not the best, but it does at least have rifles in every single player. fair amount of utility. He going to be coming in from Meniz. He even goes for the pre-fire shot, but Searson is just quicker on the trigger, holding the angle, and will get himself the first kill of the round. Luz may pick up that AWP. I'm sure somebody on their team will. We see a lot of different players actually AWP. Morales is one of them, although he's actually snuck all the way out towards Olaf, so I doubt he's going to go back to retrieve it. He's still looking to make their way onto this B site. Actually going to be one player here, one player alone. Peek coming out. Not going to be anything coming in as of yet, as Tizian just looks to hold for the retake. But this is where Morales could come into play. Looking for the spot. Easy kill onto Searson. Now they have to worry about the man flanking. This is where it all comes onto Morales. He can end this here and now. Just staying alive, just being a burden. But in the end, he will go down. Still, there's been a push out from Luz, who hasn't been spotted. Just going to wait from behind, but he'll be taken down as well. It's all onto Reitz and Tom. What can they do? Can they hold on in this situation? They have a man disadvantage. Make that 2, and the CT side will survive at least for a little bit longer. The bomb is going to be defused. Can they retrieve the AWP? They know roughly where it is. The fan will at least keep that going. T-side not going to have a problem with their buy. Have plenty of money going into this next round. Although, if they lose this one, then maybe there's a chance for alternate aTTaX to get back in. Nees will have his AWP once again. He's actually slowed down a bit. Well, not a huge amount, but it's more just that everybody else has started to step up on his team. Early aggression, Meniz waiting, but the pop flash is perfect. And again, that's Meniz down, the first player in the round out. And Searson with that pick. Started to come alive a little bit with this AWP. Top of the board. Not so much in kills. At least in points for his team. Nade will do a little bit of damage onto Stefan. Very patiently. Still man advantage sits with the CT side. Smoke. Being held. They don't really have anything to go off at the moment. They're just waiting patiently to try and take this fight right at the end, but there's still a decent amount of utility for the CT side to play with. However, looking like they may even begin to rotate over, and this is where the A hit now looks to come in. Can Pride end this here and now, or is it going to be the CTs holding on at least a bit longer? Spray going to be going down, and Ekfan has pretty much secured this. There's only 20 seconds left for anybody else to make a move, and Luz with the AWP may just have to try and bring it into the next round. Not going to have much of a loss bonus anyway, so it's not too much of a detriment to him, and we'll see if he can do any extra damage going into round number 25.
Counter-terrorist win.
Here we go. Meniz has been handed the AWP. The mantle falls into this man's hands again, and he, of course, hits that first shot. This time, he's had enough. He gets a second as well. Already looking to try and take this round by storm. Still, the rest of his teammates don't have much to play with whatsoever. Already being slaughtered by these rifles. Meniz still looking for more, but he's going to have to ace it if he wants to win. Still, manages to hit a third shot. Down to a 1 versus 2. This would be an incredible way to end the game. Surely not. Surely Meniz can't just win this individually. He is the star of the show. The man we look for on this team. He heard the footsteps of the man running towards that upper B spot. He's going to be waiting. However, Tizian isn't going anywhere either. Not going to overface. Still a chance to get that bomb down. Both players have kits and a decent amount of utility. Left over on that A side. I don't know if they actually knew it was here. Problem is, Maniz doesn't know what angles are clear. He doesn't know where he can check. Now, he's cleared most of them. Go for a pretty open plant. Looks like he may go rotating towards the B site, which, from what we can see, would actually be the wrong decision to make. Oh, why has he pulled the bomb out while he's walking? That's just insane. However, he's now just going to go running back, try and get this bomb plant. Extra money at least for his team. Plants out in the open. 30 seconds, 37 HP, sorry. Made things a little bit more difficult for himself. Tizian is going to be round the corner. And it looked like he was going to connect that shot, but it isn't quite to be. Maniz, with a damn good effort, makes things costly. But it is still going to be another round on the board for alternate attacks.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Be the buy back in. Maniz, this time, is not going to have any impact on the round. It seems to be very hit and miss for him at the moment. Alternate attacks are slowly starting to make this comeback possible. Tizian. Looking for the spot. Free fire comes in. Actually gets dinged by his own teammate, so not the ideal start to the round for the T's. Side looking to try and get close into pop. A few pre-fire angles coming in, but going to move further into them. It's probably going to be quite a surprise after those pre-fires come in. Reed's looking to try and go back to his pre-fire spots, but it's a little bit too late. Now Morels will have to try and make something happen here. Looking towards that pop position, but Ekfan's got his teammate covered, and that's the bomb dropped into the open. This round doesn't look like it's going to be going the way of Pride. They're going to need an absolute miracle. Someone to have a sheer heroic play. And in a 5 versus 2, you'd have to pray for the side of alternate attacks that they don't manage to throw this one. This would be very, very poor if that actually happened. Tom? 20 seconds left on the clock. He is going to make some sort of move. Has to be now. Looking like they may just be trying to keep hold of their weapons. He comes in. Reitz is actually just going to back out of the round and hold on to his AK. It's not the end of the world if they get a bomb plant in the next. He will still have enough money anyway. I don't think the rest of the team are going to be buying here. I think it'd be a bit of a risky situation when they don't really need to do it. But at the same time, the difference is down to just 4 rounds. Alternate attacks. Moments ago, we're sitting 8 rounds behind. And have brought things right back over on their CT side. They have plenty of money, so they can buy whatever they need. Even throw in an auto sniper, whatever they want at this point. But in this round, at least, it is just going to be some pistols, that one AK-47, and one more attempt before another buy comes in. And the fact is, if they don't get a bomb plant here, well, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. He's in for that peek. Now, he's either been getting the entry kills or he's been going down very, very early in these rounds. Looking like we're just going to see the majority of players just go running into the site. The bomb currently sits on Morels, who's actually over towards that A side. So this may just be a bait. Throw as many players as you can into B and hope that they rotate away and try and get that after plant. But here we go. Smoke's going to be going down. Flashbangs to lead. The T's are going to go running into the site. Taking a lot of control, but they may just look to try and double back around through the connector. The full rotation has come in. The bomb waiting. As said, they need this bomb plant. However, are they actually going to go pushing in now? Here comes the push through the smoke. It doesn't look like it's going to be working. The bomb seems to be a little bit far behind. It should have already been onto the site by now. And actually, maybe the CTs will start to realize, okay, this was all a fake. The fact is, it wasn't a particularly good one. They do get the bomb plant at least, which is something, but they could have had that just by running onto the site. And now Morels is left into a 1 versus 5. An attempt to maybe kill off a player or two. And he's not going to do anything. So a flawless round for alternate attacks. Every single player survives. And now Pride will have their buy. Every single player with plenty of cash. Morels with all that extra money. Reitz obviously still having the trouble of that AK in the last round. But let's see. 15 to 12. Can they finally finish things off? Here we go, though. Lots of nades thrown in. Trying to clear some angles. Last few rounds haven't been going so well. But here we go. Again, they tried to throw in a fake, but already it's a man advantage set up for this CT side. They're ready for that retake scenario. It's going to have to be very well held onto by Tom and Reitz, and I really don't see it happening. It will net them another buy at least. But it's looking like Pride have sort of hit the wall, unable to sort of bring this back. It will be a nice kill from Tom, but now Reitz has to do something unbelievable, and it isn't happening. He's dead before I can even finish the sentence. 15 to 13. 2 rounds now, the difference. As said, a bomb plant is enough to get another buy, but I think Pride needs to take a pause. They need to slow this down and give themselves another chance, and there we go. Straight away. Tactical pause. I think they should have probably done it a bit sooner, but at least they are bringing one in. Think about what has been going wrong. Early picks, aggression that they haven't been able to counter. Got plenty of bomb plants. Here we go. AKs across the board. They could have got themselves an AWP if they wanted it. Aggression from Searson once again. Flashbang goes out, but he doesn't connect the shot this time. The first time that he's actually gone down without any sort of return. And the CTs get themselves back into this one. Or are they going to fall off what is basically the final hurdle? 15 to 13. The game getting closer and closer. Can the CTs now fix things with their tactical pause? A little bit of a push coming in from Maniz. There's going to be a man up close. Stefan looking for the frag, and he is going to get it as well. Turns it back into a 4 versus 4. No return from the T side just yet. Hunden up above. Already the bomb's now going to be dropped. This is a mistake. The T side just seeming to throw rounds away again and again and again. They've got it back into a 3 versus 2, but can they now close this down? Peek out. Tom does a lot of damage. There's a couple of low players. Morels manages to find that kill and leave it into the 2 versus 2. Molotov going to be going down. He's going to be coming out. Tom again, but it's down to just 9 seconds. He needs to plant this bomb, and he needs to find a safe position to do it. He will get it with seconds remaining. Stefan now onto just 22 HP. I don't think he's been spotted either, so it could just come down to his aim. Can he actually hit the shot? Tom now knows exactly where he is. Bush going to be coming out. He only needs to land a bullet to finish off this first map, and he will do it. 16-13. The first map goes the way of Pride, but it definitely wasn't an easy one. They will have to come back onto Mirage and try and conclude this matchup. It is not going to be easy. Either way, we'll be back after a